Hi. So, what a great day today. There were a lot of good trades which we had earlier planned. और वो आज जाके सब अच्छे से एग्जीक्यूट हुई. Today is 15th. Nifty closed at all-time high, made an all-time high. So we are in the bullish market. Don't be stupid and go ahead and short, strong stocks. I have been telling about this, and also there are a lot of good options. Don't get stuck in wrong stocks where the movements are not happening, right? ये बहुत ही important है आप लोगों के लिए. So let's start this. So let's look at the market for the next 2 days, for 16th and 17th. So from a perspective, Aarti is still in a box. 950 के ऊपर closing देखेंगे. ABFRL very good move after a nice consolidation. Let's see if it is able to give us a nice big triangle. A candle. And ACC fantastic. Nice consolidation is happening. And Adani Enterprise. This is a very typical structure. और यहाँ पे if it is able to move past the levels of 1550 आज ये 1500 के नीचे जाके इसको फिर से बाइंग मिली. So let's have I will definitely be tracking Adani Enterprise for tomorrow. Normally I don't trade in Adani group of companies, but still it looks good. Adani Ports also making all time high. ये हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था. It was able to give a close, all time high close, and today also it was able to move. Similarly Alchem is more in a box. Amraja Battery 750 के ऊपर ही इसकी क्लोजिंग आने से इसमें स्ट्रेंथ आएगी. जब तक ये नहीं होगा there is nothing much to do with Amraja Battery. Ambuja Cement, fantastic structure, nice consolidation is happening. APL Limited is still in a box. Let's see a closing above 800. Apollo Hospital also ये बहुत अच्छी boss sessions से बहुत अच्छी consolidation हो रही है. We are just waiting for the market to give us a direction. Apollo Tire is in a box. Ashok Leyland, a strong move today happened, but still it's in a box, nothing much. Asian Paints 3400 के लेवल्स के आसपास ही कंसोलिडेट कर रही है. सो इट हैज़ गुड let's keep this in radar. Astral आज मैंने ट्वीट किया था, and because of this nice formation which was happening in the morning, और तब मैंने ट्वीट किया था. It ended round about at day's high, and let's see if it is because you see this is how it moved, right? अच्छी डिप आई थी, एक strong candle दिया था, and then there was a weak candle, and now again it's trying to go past it. 2200 should be something which should be in the radar. And also on the top of that, AU Bank is weak until and unless 1200 के ऊपर closing. Actually I won't be trading AU Bank. Also Oroforma is a sort of a nice consolidation. 800 seems like a good target from here. Axis Bank, a fantastic structure. So today State Bank of India moved, Kotak Bank moved. So Axis Bank का भी किसी दिन टाइम आएगा. Now from B we have Bajaj Auto in a box, Bajaj Finserv, Bajaj Finance. Both of them having fantastic consolidation. अभी इसके बाद जो move आएगी with every passing day, it gets more and more interesting, and for the market to take a stand. And given that Nifty is at all-time high, and going forward, अगर Nifty is able to hold these levels, it can go much higher. Balakrishna Industries, we have been discussing this since last few sessions. So nice consolidation, and today it was able to give an all-time high. So there is more scope of this up move. Bandhan Bank जब से 300 के ऊपर closing नहीं आती, that's not much of an interest. Bank of Baroda is also not much interesting. It's more of a box. Bata India हमने कल discuss किया था. It made an all-time high of 1840 plus, and so I've been talking about this Bata India when it was in this nice consolidation phase. And of course कल afternoon में कल around about 12 PM 11:30 PM में मैं ट्वीट किया था कि Bata India should be in your track, and this is the reason that I knew that this was actually going for all-time high. So going forward definitely we would be tracking Bata, and hopefully वो 1800 from a target perspective जो मैंने कल भी बोला था, 2000 looks doable in from a technical perspective. BEL अगर PSU नहीं होती, जैसे हम लोग डिस्कस किया था, आज भी इसमें अच्छी मूव आई है, बट since it's a PSU, so I won't be tracking and taking trades. Berger Paint, nice consolidation. We are just waiting for closing about 850. Bharat Forge is also so you can see this is a typical cup and handle formation which is coming out. Bharat Forge strong closing above 800, and it should be a good trade to be in. Bharti Airtel, more up move can come based on the news. Today our target was 700, which was easily crossed today. ये हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था. 700 is a good target. Bhel, it's these nice consolidation is happening. ये हमने कल डिस्कस किया था कि after this move let's see what happens. So consolidation जितनी होगी उतनी अच्छी structure होगी. Biocon is again facing, हमने आज 360 में अपने मेरे जितने भी positions मैंने इन सब दिनों में बनाया था. I have closed everything. I actually closed previously also when I mentioned around about this structure because this is a typical bearish pattern, and going forward there can be more weakness. BPCL is also consolidating, so if you want to trade, you should be keeping a track. Britannia, very nice consolidation. I'm just waiting for a breakout, just like आज जैसे Godrej consumer products में breakout आया, then we traded, we made money. Similarly, we are also waiting for Britannia to give us a nice move. Cadila is a very good structure. So it seems like a breakout has happened. So it was actually in this particular triangle. So let's see how this moves. Canara Bank is more in a box. 160k ऊपर आज closing the year. Going forward, the strength will only come if it moves past the levels of 163. Canfinom, very good consolidation is happening. I'm sure very soon a move will come. Cholafin, there was no move today. Let's see if it is able to go to a target of 600 plus. So Cipla is also nice consolidation is happening. I think one of the days very soon एक ऐसा दिन आएगा जिसमें फार्मा मूव करेगी. उस दिन we will be trading Cipla, and we would be looking at Cadila and Sun Pharma. ये तीन companies में उस दिन radar पे लाऊंगा. Let's wait for the day. Coal India, a lot of positions getting added. I don't trade these companies. Coforge also making an all-time high, very nice structure, and I think going forward 5500 plus is definitely in the cards. Yeah, कल मैं trade करूँगा. Coalpal is similarly 1700 is a very strong sort of support generate हो रही है, and the structure is very similar to how Asian Paints was in 3000 levels 2-3 weeks back. आप उस structure को देखो Asian Paints में, then you will understand the significance of this particular structure. Concord, as I said, after this particular candle, it doesn't look good, and so here you can see there is some weakness. Going forward, we are just waiting for a big move, but again, this is a PSU, so I normally don't trade in PSUs. City Union Bank, this is a bearish structure which is formed, and also I don't like the size of the candle. I've been talking about the size of the candle since last these red candles, the size was pretty big compared to how it should be. So it should be something like this, right? And but these are getting bigger, and also today it seems like it was unable to move past 160, so 160 is an important hurdle. Cummins India, very good structure. ये हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था. So it would be in my, just like Emphasis आज मेरा first trade में था. I'm going forward tomorrow. Cummins India would be in my first trade tomorrow. So just have a look. Please, this video is all about an educational video, and so this is not a trading tips video. I am not SEBI registered, so please consult your financial advisor before making any such investments or trading. Dabur, nice consolidation is happening. Let's see if it is able to hold this level. Very good consolidating as it has been. Deepak Nitrite, a fantastic structure is coming out. Going forward, इसके और भी highs होने वाले हैं. Divis Lab, this is more of a bearish structure which is forming any close below 5,000, and there can be a drastic fall. But given the sentiment, we would be tracking if it is able to again garner some support at 5,000 levels. Dixon, ये हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था. Very nice consolidation हो रही है, and this is a very typical bullish pattern. Given any move over the levels of say 4350 in Dixon, we can be expecting some really good move in Dixon, and so it should be in your radar. There are actually news flows moves in Dixon, so this might be the only thing which I won't explicitly be tracking. But from a technical perspective, definitely this is a very good structure, and the success rate is pretty high of these structures. Dr. Reddy is, as usual, finding very hard to give a closing above 5,000, which is a very strong resistance. Aisha Motor has been dancing, so let's see. Escorts, yeah, आज फिर हमने towards the last we traded from 1460 to 1472. Very nice trade, very quick trade, क्योंकि आज सुबह में हम देखे. So this is a very typical structure from after making a big candle. There should be some consolidation happening. It should try to get some support from 1440, 1460 levels. Excite, very good structure. It is consolidating in one of these days. हमें 200 के ऊपर closing मिलनी चाहिए, and let's see what happens. Federal Bank is in a box. Gale 160 के वहाँ पे जाके इसको see. These are if you compare this particular structure with this one, see, this is what actually gives you technically is a much much better structure. Compared to these big candles with lots of volatility. The volatility should be, the more the volatility, the more it disregards this particular move. क्योंकि इसमें दिखाते हैं कि people are also trying to book out, whereas here you can see that the buyers and sellers, they just don't want, the sellers especially, they don't want to lose out their trade, and they are still in the momentum. Glenmark is in a box as a weak counter, stay away from it. GMR Infra ने कल ही बोला था 32 जाएगी, and today it went to 32.55, and this was very evident from the very nice consolidation ये जो हो रही है. See, this is the exact structure. You see this particular smooth curve. Similarly, you can see this particular smooth curve, and this was exactly the sort of structure which even Dixon is showing, right? So going forward, we are also expecting a good move in Dixon for this reason. Godrej Consumer Products, as usual, आज हमने ट्रेड किया, ये 1138 तक गई थी, हमने 35 तक हमारा टारगेट रखा था. So always try to have conservative targets, make your targets, make money, and make sure that the market doesn't take away the profits which you are making. Similarly, Godrej Properties, ये हमने discuss किया था. So this is also inching high, going good. Similarly, Granules is more in a box. Grasim, very nice consolidation is happening. Going forward, there can be a good move. The only and tomorrow actually, I think, based on the FDI news, which will affect Idea, which can affect Grasim. So theoretically, which means that definitely I won't be trading Grasim for sure. Because I really don't like. I like to trade on technicals, and for that, if there is any external news flow, whether on the positive or negative side, that actually hampers all the technicals. And this I have been talking. I told that Grasim is a very good structure since this day, especially this day, and then you can see it made a good move. But this is the only reason of Grasim's dependency on Idea. This is something which I really don't like. Okay, no matter what, HAL, very nice consolidation. Keep HAL in your radar, and HAL is definitely going forward, going to give us some good move. It made an all-time high yesterday, and today there is a nice consolidation happening, and so let's see. HAL would be an interesting trade for me, even though it's a PSU. Havels, it has been moving very nice, and this is also one of the trades I would be tracking. ACL Tech, आज सुबह से ही मैंने ट्वीट किया था, and actually I tweeted it yesterday at around about 1:32 p.m. Of LTTS, ACL Tech and Coforge, and the reason was I was pretty confident it will be making good move today. And here you can see it went towards 1290, and it opened round about at 1235ish, and so it was a very good move we had in HCL today. SDFC is I don't like the structure, so I would suggest to see until and unless that 2880 levels जब तक breach नहीं होती है. SDFC AMC, nice consolidation is happening. HDFC Bank is also trying to move. Let's see if it is able to move past the levels of 1575. Similarly, HDFC Life is as I have mentioning a few times, मैं इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर से दूर रहता हूँ. Hero Motor Corp is in a box, nothing much of an interesting trade. Hindalco, we have been talking. Hindalco looks really good, and today you can see it was able to move further towards the levels of 490, and so going forward there can be more strength in Hindalco. So this is also one of the trades we have in the radar. Hind Petro is inching towards 280, so you can see this is a very nice sort of pattern, and so going forward we will see if it is able to take out and give a closing above 280. Then we would be very much interested in Hind Petro for levels of 309, which is the 52-week high of Hind Petro. Hindustan Unilever, nice consolidation happening for since so many sessions, and I am pretty sure one of these days this is going to burst. Indiabulls Housing Finance in a box, nothing much. ICICI Bank, I don't like this structure, and hence I am not that much of a bullish, but let's see if it is able to give a closing above 725. ICICI GI, the same thing. This is more of a dancing, and also ICICI Prudential Life. These candles, these size of the candles are not good for the bulls to jump in the trade. Idea, nothing much news based flow. Tomorrow there can be good move in Idea and Bharti Airtel, but the news are always being floated for retailers, and you guys should always be knowing it. So no matter what, IEX, a very nice move. Actually आज सुबह में मुझे लग रहा था कि IEX एक अच्छी move देगी, and then we are actually tracking IEX extensively. Going forward, I'm pretty sure IEX will give us a good move, and so IEX should definitely be in your radar for tomorrow. So in the first trade tomorrow, IEX, Cummins India, ये दोनों अच्छी companies मुझे दिख रही हैं. IGL, I didn't like this structure, the size of the candle, we already talked about it. India Mart, a very nice consolidation is happening one of these days. This is going to move. Indigo भी हमने कल discuss किया था, very good structure, and from there you can see it went towards the levels of 2000 plus. And going forward, you know, this was exactly the technicals which we have been discussing earlier. So अगर ये इतनी let's see if Indigo is able to give us a closing above the levels of 2000, so we would be again considering Indigo. मैंने इंडसइंड बैंक को कल ट्वीट किया था फ्रॉम 10 तब वो 30 के नीचे थी, एंड सो फ्रॉम देयर राइट, सो इट्स टोल्ड हाउ दिस इज लुकिंग गुड. Today it went towards 1060. That was a good 3% move. It closed at a high. You can see it gave a good closing above 1050. So going forward, there can be new move which we can expect in IndusInd Bank, because at least it broke this multi-session channel, and yeah. So it from a banking sector, definitely this looks good. And the good thing is, you know, we were able to comprehend that when it was able to move past this 1025 levels, तब से हमारे radar पे आ गया था. So that's what. So now making positions is something which so you have to react then and there, and then only you can make good money in this market. So Indus Tower also, maybe it will fly tomorrow. Infi, nothing is happening, and the reason is, we have discussed it, is in a box, nothing much. IOC is inching towards new 52-week highs, and this is because of the crude news flow, so this is good. Ipca made an all-time high, ये हमने कल discuss किया था, and then it gave a very bad closing. Going forward again, the size of the candle is what's troubling. Going forward, अगर ये 2600 के नीचे closing देती है, there can be a more drastic fall towards 2400. IRCTC also, this is not a good structure, at least from the perspective. And these moves, they are going to come in when you have a huge amount of interest in the market and news based flow move jab aati hai, so that actually invalidates all the technicals. We were bullish on IRCTC after this particular day, kyunki after a good move there was a nice good consolidation, and from these 3 days it was able to move higher. IRCTC, nothing much. Jindal Steel, nothing much. This strong candle closing chahiye. JSW Steel, nothing much. It's just hovering at 700. Jubilant Food made an all-time high today again, as we said, and so we have to be in this consolidation phase, which is good. Kotak Bank हमने 1820 से आज वो 1900 तक चली गई थी. When it went towards 1900, I did tweet, and you have to be quick to book your profits, so it gave a good bad closing, but going forward I think 1900 was a target which we were looking since this particular day, and this was already achieved. L&T Finance Housing, kal ke consolidation ke baad we were talking about a good move, and here you can see those candles are forming. Let's see if it is able to give a good closing, and from here, at least from a higher level perspective, I can see a target above 92 from here. Lal Path Lab is again nice consolidation happening, made an all-time high today. Let's see if it is able to move from here. And so LIC Housing Finance is also the same thing. Nice consolidation is happening. The only problem is the size of the of this particular candle. Agar ye candle nahi hoti, so there is a nice consolidation which is happening. Let's see how it moves. LT made an all-time high, and we have traded LT today also. It gave an all-time high closing, and so going forward I have a lot of expectations from LT. LTI also made an all-time high. LTTS made an all-time high. Both of them gave a good all-time high closing. Going forward, I want it to consolidate both of these two, and then we can go for much higher targets. Lupin, as we had discussed, this is a typical bearish structure. 1000 seems like a very good sort of resistance. अगर ये 1000 के ऊपर एक strong closing देती है, then only we would be interested. Actually, I would never be interested right now. There are a lot of other stocks to look into. M&M is also consolidating. These are very typical Lupin, M&M. These are very typical bearish structures, and any down move, any breaking of this 970 levels or here closing below 750, they will actually trigger more shorts in the market. M&M Finance, a nice consolidation move is happening. Mannapuram is still in a box between between 160 and 170, so there is nothing much we can do. Marico, yesterday, as I said, I didn't like this particular candle as well as this one, so it seems like it's in a box. Maruti is in a box. 7,000 per closing would be interest to us. McDowell, very nice consolidation is happening. It can continue, but definitely is slated for a good move. MCX is also trying to get a support at 1600, so let's see if it is able to reverse from here. Metropolis का हमारा 3200 का टारगेट आज अचीव हो गया, and this we have been talking since a few days now, when we talked about a closing above 2800, and this happened. So from there you can see we were able to achieve this 3200. MFSL, fantastic structure, हमने बहुत बार इसको ट्रेड किया है, and today also we were in the trade. It went towards very near its all-time high, and going forward there can be more up move in MFSL, because you can see हम बहुत दिनों से 1100 levels की closing की wait कर रहे थे, and this was achievable today. MGL, nice consolidation, 1200 के ऊपर closing would be interest to us. Mindtree हमने कल ट्वीट किया था, and see today it gave a 5% move from 3900 levels to 4150 levels. Going forward, definitely Mindtree would be one of the trades we would be interested in. Motherson Sumi is more in a box. Emphasis also ये हमने कल discuss किया था as first trade, so this was also up 5% from 3050 levels to 3200 levels, so there's a point की अच्छी move. It made an intraday. Going forward, it also gave an all-time high closing, and as well as made an all-time high. हम इसके closing के लिए wait कर रहे थे above 3000, which happened yesterday, and yesterday we told about how this would be in our first trade, and this is exactly, we were in the trade from the very beginning of the market. MRF, nice consolidation is happening. Muthoot Finance also trying to hold this 1550 levels. Let's see how it moves. Nam India, very good consolidation is happening at all-time high. It should be in your radar. National Alum also, अगर ये PSU नहीं होती, this is a very good structure, and any one of these days you can expect a good move in National Alum. Naukri, fantastic structure, fantastic. आज हम Naukri में just we didn't trade, but we are definitely tracking it on a daily basis, and definitely we are going to take the trade as soon as it starts and shows some momentum. Naveen Fluorine, this is a typical bearish structure. अगर कोई भी 4000 के नीचे अगर कोई भी अगर closing आती है, so this can be especially 3950 के नीचे, so this can be detrimental. From our trade perspective, we would be waiting for 4250 levels. उसके ऊपर जब breakout आएगी, we would be adding aggressively. Nestle India, nice consolidation. और इस candle में मैं बोला था कि this doesn't look good. It was able to, but at least it's going nowhere and it's hovering in a box. NMDC is also in a box, nothing much. NTPC good move. अगर ये as always PSU नहीं होती, so we would have been tracking NTPC. OFSS is consolidating nicely at all time highs. Definitely keep this in your radar. ONGC हमारा 129 का target था, 130 के ऊपर चली गई, and so all our targets were met in ONGC. Going forward, there can be more move in ONGC, but I would instead be trading oil India, जो अभी करीबन आज 208-209 तक गई थी. It's not an FNO counter, and this is a company which I am more interested in, and definitely also Hind Petro. So these are the two companies rather than ONGC. Why ONGC? I'm not interested in ONGC. इसका एक video मैं बनाऊंगा on the weekend, and then you will understand. I have nothing against the company. It's just that there are some long-term technical perspective in ONGC which I don't like about. Okay. Page India, nice consolidation, लेकिन ये अभी भी एक box में है, nothing much happening. PEL, we are waiting for a closing above 2700. We would be adding aggressively over there. Petronet, small करके move आ रही है. Maybe tomorrow is the day. Since last few sessions ये 230 में बहुत अच्छी से consolidate कर रही है. 228, 230 is a good sort of support. So you can be tracking it. PFC is again nice consolidation is happening. Any move closing above 140 will give new move to PFC. Pfizer, nice consolidation is happening. Pidilite, fantastic company. हम लोग आज भी all time high बनाई है, and we are just loving these trades. PI Industry is also, you can see high highs, high lows, fantastic structure है ये. We are just waiting for a particular dip to come with any hopefully कल expiry है, so if by some chance, by some luck, if some dip comes in, then I am waiting with my money for to enter more aggressively in these companies, in these structures. PNB also is in a box. Polycab also is one of the companies हम बहुत aggressively इसको track कर रहे हैं. Going forward, let's see how it moves. Power Grid is in a box. जब तक 180 के ऊपर closing नहीं आती, there's not much. PVR is also in a box between 1450 and 1300. ये अच्छी से मूव कर रही है, but given this sentiment of lockdown getting relaxed and cinema halls getting open, so maybe there will be some move, but I won't hold my breath for it. Ramco Cement, nice consolidation. RBL Bank 180 के ऊपर closing would be interesting, so because 180 is a strong resistance. Let's see how it moves. REC Limited, very good, nice consolidation. ये हमारा 160 का target था, and this was already achieved. Even it went towards 165, and I think going forward, let's see how it moves. And normally this is more of a box trade, so they have a tendency to again enter the box as soon as they leave it. Reliance, fantastic consolidation is happening. So today is the second day, so hope कल के अंदर Reliance 2420 levels के ऊपर ट्रेड करे. Let's hope, because this candle needs to be taken out with vigor, और ये अगर होगी तो we will be adding more aggressively. Sale, nothing much is happening with the steel, so nothing much with the sale. SBI Life, as we discussed, हम लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से दूर रह रहे हैं, बट दीज आर वेरी टिपिकल बियरिश स्ट्रक्चर्स. अगर 1200 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग नहीं देती है, सो देयर कैन बी मोर वीकनेस एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड फ्रॉम हियर दिस इज मोर लाइक 1200 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग विल ओनली बी इम्पॉर्टेंट. स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया आज फैंटास्टिक ट्रेड हुआ था सिंस द लेवल्स ऑफ 433 435 हमने इस पे ऐड किया था, एंड इट वेंट टुवर्ड्स 445, closed near day's high. So this was a very good trade. From a technical perspective, I've been talking about State Bank of India, why closing above 433 was important, and so we actually traded State Bank of India multiple times in the past. Recently जो swing trade था वो 420 से 430 का था, and then we were waiting for, and then we did multiple trades, buying at 430, selling at 431.8 and 433 multiple times, 5, 6, 7 times. And after that we were waiting for a close over 430, and this is exactly what happened. So going forward, all the targets are met for me. I really would only be interested in State Bank of India if it takes out the all-time high levels. At least from here, let's see how it consolidates. Sri Cement, nice consolidation is happening. Siemens is in a box. So let's see. SRF, ये हमने कल discuss किया था. Today it made an all-time high, good 5% move, and this is exactly as I said, that there is more steam left in SRF, and this is exactly what's happened. Shriram Transport Finance, nothing much, it's in a box. Star also is in a box. Sun Pharma 800 के ऊपर closing. Typical, this is a very typical bearish pattern. अगर कोई भी अगर 760 के नीचे अगर कोई भी क्लोजिंग आती है, so right now it's a 780, 760 के नीचे आती है, so there can be more downfall. Sun TV, again as I said, stay away from these counters. Syngene, so my software is telling this is getting more into momentum. It has been facing some hurdle. Let's see if it is able to maintain the level of 650, or agar if it is able to, then it would be interesting. Lekin given the structure, if there is a big fat red candle, then we would again be losing out the interest in Syngene. In fact, I am actually not a big fan of this company per se, and that has something to do with fundamentals and not technicals. Tata Chem, but we traded this particular candle, and when I closed my positions I already tweeted about it. Tata Chem, आज हमने tweet किया था, और this is exactly, you can see it traded at all time high. The reason was pretty simple. We were waiting for this particular candle breakout, and जब we 850 के ऊपर break किया, then we entered, and multiple times towards the end 850 say 862, good move. We will see how this momentum continues. Tata Consumer, this size of this candle is not good, but the thing is, since it's at all time high, so any of these if these are taken out, then theoretically it will rise to the levels of 900. Let's see how it moves tomorrow. Tata Motors, हमने 310 के ऊपर closing expect किया था, and this is exactly what happened. It went towards 1313. So it gave a good move. It seems like the positions are still not in the motion. We would be waiting for some longs to get initiated, और फिर हम लोग घुसेंगे. Tata Power, fantastic move came 135. I've been talking about how 135 levels were important. It went towards broke, when it broke 135 we added, when it broke the 52-week high at 137 we added more. So initially हमारा target 143 था, जो हमने कुछ sessions पहले इन videos में discuss किया था from a technical perspective. So I am still waiting for a 143, but going forward the closing was below 140. So let's see if the market is able to move tomorrow, then we will again be booking out our trades. Tata Steel, so again nice consolidation, high highs, high lows. TCS all time high again, and this is what we have been talking. Don't short TCS at any point of time. Tech Mahindra also made an all time high today. Very nice consolidation structure. Titan also we traded today. I tweeted about it, and it also made an all-time high and went towards all-time high. The reason was pretty simple. It was this consolidation. आज opening से ही ये strong थी. This is very simple. Okay, Torrent Pharma 3200 के ऊपर closing आएगी. We would be entering Torrent Power. We had 500 target which was achieved today, and it seems like there might be more consolidation in this phase, and then only we will see a closing above 500. 500 के ऊपर Torrent Power would be a firework, and so you should be keeping track of it. Trent, very good consolidating structures, and I think going forward Trent should be in your radar for tomorrow, especially Trent में अभी कुछ सेशंस में के बाद अच्छी एक consolidation move शायद ख़त्म हो जाए, and so this should be in your radar. TVS Motor is in a box, nothing much. UBL is just like McDowell, both of them keep in radar. जो एक चली तो दूसरी चलेगी, so this is a very simple trade. So keep your money free and let's see how it moves. It seems like consolidation should be over very soon, and a move should come within this week hopefully. Ultra Chem, nice consolidation. 8000 के ऊपर हम closing के लिए wait कर रहे हैं. We traded Ultra Chem some 2 weeks ago, and we got this move, and now let's see if we are able to be lucky the second term. UPL, nothing much, it's in a box. Vedanta also nothing much in a box. Voltas, a very nice consolidation. आज भी all time high बनाई है. Very small candles. This is actually good. We are just waiting for the market to give us a direction or a dip, which if get bought, we will again enter. Wipro, the size of this candle was something which was of a problem to us, and this is exactly the reason why you can see from a technical perspective TCS, ACL Tech, these are making all-time highs. Tech Mahindra is making all-time highs, but Wipro and Infi are not. So it's all about technicals, because when people like me, we are entering and we think that the sector will move and we have to select between n number of companies, we always go with the company which has the highest chance of success from a chart pattern perspective. So अगर विप्रो में ये दो कैंडल्स नहीं होती तो आज विप्रो भी ऑल टाइम हाई बनाती है. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, Zeal. The problem with Zeal is all these moves, they are news-based moves, so anything can happen to tomorrow. Zeal can open at 400 levels, so it's very hard to say. But at least from my software perspective, at least there were some longs which got liquidated, and so going forward, if you have this position, I mean, actually it's very hard for me to actually, it's not like I don't want to help. अगर technical होता तो मैं कुछ बोल सकता था, but when you see a candle like this and then something like this, it actually invalidates all your technical expertise, and then you are just gambling the money. So I hopefully after it will so if I have to just do a wild guess, तो मैं बोलूँगा कि यहाँ से आज 300 में अच्छी क्लोजिंग. गोइंग फॉरवर्ड अगर ये लेवल्स ऑफ 270 के ऊपर जाती है, then maybe it can give some strength. But again, this is something which is weird, and it's like asking me to predict the movement of a planet which I have not even heard of. I don't trade on these news-based flows, so as usual. So again, closing statement. First of all, this video is for education purpose, so don't make your trades and take your trades based on my tweets or on my recommendations or my videos. I have nothing to recommend, but I'm going to share my trading strategy. मेरी trading strategy बहुत simple है. If companies like Adani, just like you can see, structures like this, all time high में है, so आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं ये all time high में है, and the size of the candles are small, just go ahead and try to be in the trade in either by doing a small position, or you can also keep a radar, just like I did for Escorts today. Escorts सुबह में मेरे radar पे था. When I saw it got dipped towards 44 levels, फिर मैं देखा वो 50 पे आया, and it was consolidating, so I had my money ready, I had my everything ready. As soon as and all of the trades which I do are based automatically, so I really don't have to sweat. ये मेरे commands and scripts already integrated रहते हैं, so they just get executed, and then based on the sentiment of the market, and of course then I do position sizing and everything. So the strategy is pretty simple. Apollo Hospital जो भी चार्ट खोल के, if the trade is something like this and it's at all time high, I would be tracking all of them. जिसमें भी एक move आएगी, I would be entering them. Just for example, I was talking about Hindustan Unilever, Britannia and Godrej Consumer Product. आज Godrej Consumer Product में अच्छी move आई. When it came, we entered, we made money, and then we were able to book our profits. So this is the strategy of this market. In any case, it's always okay to book profits, but don't be stupid enough to use your technicals to short the market. If you are listening to this video, which means you are still not an expert in technicals, else you are just wasting your time. So if that's the case, don't go ahead and short the market. Try to be in the trend, try to make money. You saw the move which came in State Bank of India, you saw the move which came in Tata Power. These are golden opportunities for you to make money. And if you are not trading these companies, just try to think why you are not able to trade these companies, and try to fix that problem, because that's a bigger problem. Stock selection, especially if you want to trade, is the number one criteria. Forget all the other indicators. So if your stock selection is right, and the second thing is if you are able to gauge the sentiment of the market in general, and a third is if you are able to execute the trade at the right time, then these are the three criteria. So don't think about State Bank of India में 438 में खरीदूं या 437 में खरीदूं. These are immaterial. because you see State Bank of India went towards 445. So what difference would have that made? एक रुपये की difference. But try to be in the trade, try to generate money, and this is the way forward. The common pitfalls are two things which I see sometimes some messages come, or someone replies to my tweets. Basically there are two things which you have to take into consideration. First is make sure your stock selection gets better, and for that आप कुछ भी गूगल करके या यूट्यूब में आप सर्च करके देख सकते हो व्हाट इज़ स्टॉक सिलेक्शन, कैसे करें स्टॉक सिलेक्शन. बिकॉज if today you are trading in Zeal, this is wrong. If today you are not trading in State Bank of India or Tata Power, this is wrong. So you should be in the scripts which are running, and then of course with time you can always get your entry and exit positions fine-tuned. Exit or entry is not important for any trade. What's more important is that you are in the right script. Say for example, if you're long in Reliance, even today there's nothing wrong. Structurally there's nothing wrong, right? But of course it's a market. Tomorrow it can hold reverse and it can have a drastic fall. You never know. But the thing is, at least अगर आप right scripts में right position लेके बैठे हो, so that actually is the first step forward, and then eventually with time and experience you will always get the right entry and exit. Of course it won't be perfect, but it would be near perfect, and that is more than enough if you want to make yourself as a trader. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video is going to help you, and as always, let's count how many new all-time highs will be made tomorrow. Going forward, I think a lot of IT has already moved, so maybe देखते हैं कल अगर IT का मूव नहीं आया तो फार्मा तो है ही. फार्मा में कैडिला और सिप्ला, ये दोनों कंपनीज हैं जिनको मैं ट्रैक करूँगा, और फ्रॉम अ टेक्निकल पर्सपेक्टिव, और FMCG तो है ही, और बजाज फाइनेंस और बजाज फिनसर्व है ही. सो there's a lot of companies, चोलाफिन है ही. So a lot of companies, a lot of sectors. Let's see how the market reacts tomorrow. लेकिन कल अगर फिर IT अगर चली तो definitely again I would be making trades in IT and following the new all-time highs. And this has been actually a fun time. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy your night. Bye bye.